Headlines claim Greenland is the silver bullet for rare earths.
But zoom in, and the geology is locked behind a wall of ice.
The deposits are world-class. The infrastructure is zero.
This isn't just a mining challenge. It is a logistics nightmare.
Can capital and policy actually melt the bottleneck? Your phone, your EV, and fighter jets run on these metals. Right now, one single nation controls the processing tap.
For Western planners, this is a critical single point of failure.
Diversification is now a confirmed national security goal. They need a stable source inside a friendly jurisdiction.
Greenland offers massive scale outside the current dominant sphere. It anchors both the energy transition and future defense systems.
The race is to secure this supply before the bottleneck tightens. But let's move from goals to the hard, cold facts.
Let's strip away the politics and look at the confirmed registry.
Fact 1. Geological surveys confirm a massive rare earth inventory. Fact 2. Nuuk holds the mineral rights, not Copenhagen.
The Self-Government Act explicitly transfers subsurface control to Greenland.
Fact 3. Extraction costs here are far above global averages.
There are no pre-existing power grids or industrial ports at these sites.
Two major projects, Tanbreez and Kvanefjeld, anchor the sector. But actual development remains stuck in legal and political flux.
To understand why, we must define the greenfield trap. Investors call these greenfield projects. That is industry code for zero.
No roads, no power, no housing. You must build the city to dig the hole. Then there is social license. A legal permit does not guarantee local peace.
And the Arctic clock is brutal. You have mere months to build before the freeze.
To predict the outcome, map the 4 distinct players at the table. Player 1, Greenland. They want economic independence, but fear environmental cost. Player 2, the miners. They chase deposits, but flee from regulatory flux. Player 3, Denmark. They handle defense and must keep Washington happy. Player 4, the West. They demand supply security, but often refuse to pay for it. This is the friction. Local environmental risk versus global strategic need.
Crucially, Nuuk holds the veto. If the locals say no, the mine stops.
Now, let's look at the financial levers that force their hand. Physics is easy. Economics is the hard part.
Arctic operations carry a massive ice premium on every single ton. Competitor in Asia process these metals at a fraction of the cost.
This creates a price gap. The open market often cannot close it.
To bridge it, the West needs a strategic premium.
Governments must pay above market rates to guarantee the supply. Without that subsidy, private capital simply stays away. Right now, that financial bridge has not been fully built. Who wins if the bridge gets built? Let's check the scorecard. Let's track the winners and losers across 3 different time horizons. Short term, the winners are consultants and lawyers, not miners.
Midterm, infrastructure firms win big, but only if the green light flashes.
Long term, the West gains security, while Greenland bears the physical risk. But which future actually happens? That depends on the scenario. Scenario A is the baseline. We call this the slow grind, the trigger. Global prices remain volatile and unsubsidized. Investors stay cautious. They fund cheap exploration, not expensive construction. Development timelines stretch out. 10 years becomes 20. Only the highest grade deposits with the easiest logistics survive.
Greenland exports some minerals, but it remains a niche player.
The supply chain bottleneck remains tight. Competitors keep their dominance.
Western defense planners are the losers. They get no insurance policy. Without a major policy shock, this is the default path.
Scenario B is the red light. Politics slams the brakes.
Trigger, a coalition shift in Nuuk prioritizes environment over revenue. We saw this in 2021 with the abrupt ban on uranium mining. Chain reaction. Legal uncertainty spikes. Global capital exits. For miners, the social license becomes a hard, legal stop. Result, the deposits remain frozen. The supply chain moves on. Winner, stable competitors like Canada or Australia take the market. Loser, any firm that bet early on political stability.
But what if the West decides they cannot afford to lose?
Scenario C is the strategic override. Governments bypass the market. Trigger, Washington or Brussels writes checks directly for the port and power.
They stop viewing mines as businesses and view them as defense assets.
The state absorbs the massive initial cost that private firms refuse.
Nuuk accepts the deal because the revenue is guaranteed, not speculative.
Timelines collapse. Construction moves at the speed of national security. Result, the bottleneck brings. The West gets its independent flow.
Loser, the taxpayer. This is high-cost supply, paid by the public.
Probability is low, but rising as geopolitical tensions heat up.
To know which path we are on, you need to watch 3 specific signals.
Signal 1. The coalition in Nuuk. Does it hold or does it fracture? Signal 2. Global prices. If they drop, the Arctic projects die first.
Signal 3. Does Washington announce direct funding, not just loans?
Watch the environmental permit hearings. That is the real go, no-go gauge. Politics, price, and policy. If 2 of these turn red, the game is over. Greenland is a geological giant, but it is an operational infant. Conquering the ice is engineering. Conquering the supply chain is politics. Stop looking at the mineral map. Start watching the legislative docket.
What breaks first, the logistical barriers or the political will? Tell me below.
Thanks for watching the U.S. Incentive Map. Stay skeptical.